off-world colonies. The chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure.
Months ago, on a Monday in January, over 60 federal employees went to work like they always did at the Roosevelt Federal Building in downtown St. Louis. Except on that Monday, they didn't come home. In a truck parked in front was hidden 50 pounds of C4 plastic explosive. When it was detonated, it disintegrated the entire street side of the building, obliterating dozens of government offices, the building's daycare center, and the St. Louis branch of the Internal Revenue Service, which was ultimately determined to be the target of the attack. The truck was leased by this 33-year-old electrician, Dean Scobie. Scobie had served some prison time for tax evasion, and surveillance video showed that he was inside the vehicle, leaving him among the 63 dead. Does anyone not remember this? You all remember the results of the investigation?
They said Scobie acted alone.
One man, no conspirators. Right? He cheated the IRS. They caught him at it, so he blew him up. This is a guy who people described as average, friendly. He had been in the Army, but as a radio man, he had very little experience with munitions. His parents considered him a moderate conservative. And 2 weeks prior to this, he received a pay raise at his electrician's job. Does that sound like a man who's on the edge or a man who needed a push? Huh? Come on, I don't know. I'm just asking.
Come on, Professor. I mean, the feds, they did this huge investigation.
Oh, that's right, an investigation. I forgot. Well, the investigation didn't satisfy me. Miss O'Neill, when you first heard the news, terrorists attacking your own country, how did that make you feel? Come on. What did you feel?
Angry. Scared and stressed.
Did you feel safe?
No.
And then the next day, when they found Scobie dead, did you feel some relief? Did safety return? People in that building, they felt safe, secure, just like you feel now. And then, instant later, in an instant, they were gone forever. Needed to have this news. We don't want others. We want one name, and we want it fast because it gives us our security back. We can say, here was the one man, unlike the rest of us, named him, and he's no more. And his reasons, they're gone too. But the truth is, we don't know his reasons. We don't know why Scobie did it, why it came to this. We can pretend we do, the 10 grand in taxes, but we don't know. And we'll never know. And still, we feel safe. Because we know his name. The name of this course is American Terrorism. we fought a revolution in the name of certain beliefs, of liberty, of justice for all, of self-rule and self-reliance. There are many in this country who feel we have not yet won that war.
Terrorist acts, violent political theater, these have been a part of social dissent in this country since its inception. But why? Why here in this land of freedom? What's led men to such bloodshed in the name of their beliefs? Why in this era of national prosperity has the anti-government movement been at its peak? And what's that going to mean when the prosperity fades? Fewer and fewer of us are voting, more and more of us are joining the ranks of a resistance. How long are we going to continue to call these numbers insignificant? What do they have to teach us?
Thank you for listening to DJDystopia.com. Modern Aboriginal music for the freestyle millennia.
A bomb went off. They're not sure which floor, how big. Obviously, it was massive to create the kind of devastation. My boss have no idea at this point. They just know it's an unbelievably serious situation.
Bombing was the work of this man, Martin Faraday of Reston, Virginia, a professor of history at George Washington University who is
Officials will not confirm reports that the bombing had anything to do with the death of Mr. Faraday's wife, who had been an FBI agent. And colleagues both say that Faraday's behavior was increasingly erratic in the weeks leading up.
He was really intense, you know? Knew all about these terrorists, how they worked, what they wanted. He was really into it. He was my favorite friend.
Oliver Tree. When he consciously broke down and started crying, something about his wife. They all sort of knew about her.
Sources speculate his target may have been Agent Dick Carver, one of the 184 people to perish in the attack. Carver was the partner of Faraday's wife and Copper Creek, and Faraday may have helped him respond.
That was what he told me in his office one day after class. You know, I'll never forget that. He said, "Sweetheart, one day those men are going to pay. One day those men are going to burn."
Fascinated by the American underground, and the loving father to his 10-year-old son, who is now in the care of relatives. And so after exhausting hundreds of thousands of man-hours of police, federal investigators are finally ready to say that just as the St. Louis IRS bombing over 2 years ago, this spring's attack on the FBI, the worst terrorist strike in our nation's history, was the work of one man and one man alone.
Any news yet?
No. I lost them.
in the off-world colonies. The chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure.